guys. Good job. Oh, hey, Rabbi. It is great to see you, but aren't you here a little bit early? I mean, I think you're not supposed to enter until page 4.
Well, actually, I think we're going to have to hold off on all that.
Wait, hold off on what? The spiel?
No. I don't know, but we have to hold off because there's some kind of commotion going on in the office.
What kind of commotion?
I don't know, but just to be safe, perhaps that you ought to sing another song or two so we can just check to see what's brewing.
Oh, okay, well, but you know, I've got a better idea. Why don't we sing a song?
Whoa. You're the cancer. You're in charge of the musical stuff. I'll stick with the teaching and the preaching.
Suzy. Singing is fun. It's uplifting.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, don't be silly. Everyone can sing. There's nothing to it. Look, I'll even help you through it. It'll be a piece of cake. It'll be wonderful. It'll be great. It'll be, well, lovely. Melodie. All she wants is a shul somewhere with spirits soaring in song and prayer. I know it's awfully rare, but wouldn't it be lovely?
Happy members for me to greet.
Every sermon would be short and sweet.
More time.
More rest.
More sleep.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? There's a lovely little place that's nestled by the sea. You'd be happy here, I'm sure. I think they would all agree.
A bright light is the tambourine. Time for others, but not for me. No job security for what is not. Be lovely.
So now we got us a shul right here, the spirits soaring our song and prayer. We got what's really rare. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Happy members for us to greet.
Smiling kids nipping at my feet.
Who needs more time to sleep? Oh, isn't it so lovely? There's a lovely little place that's nestled by the sea. We're both happy here, I'm sure. We hope we will all agree. A clergy's life is the life for me. Singing when you hear and see me be. No place we'd rather be. Oh, isn't it so lovely? Now you see that wasn't so bad, was it?
I guess not. Uh-oh. Just as I expected. Here they come.
Sorry to interrupt everyone, but we have a big problem.
Boker Tov, Deborah, Elizabeth. You all know Deborah Naish, and of course, her successor, Elizabeth Gaines, our brand new executive director. You two both look a little frazzled. What's going on?
Elizabeth, show him.
Okay, I see it. But I'm not quite sure what it is.
It's a hamantasch.
I can see that it kind of looks like a hamantasch.
But it's blue. Exactly. That's the problem.
I have to admit, I've never seen
very strange.
Yeah, and it gets even stranger.
What could be stranger than a blue hamantasch?
Well, for one thing, it's not filled with prune, or apricot, or mun, poppy seeds.
Okay, so what's it filled with?
Minced pork.
Minced pork!
Yep, I told you it was strange.
Okay, that's strange, all right, but where did you find this?
That's the problem. They're everywhere.
All of the hamantaschen in town seem to have been replaced somehow with these tray-filled, non-kosher, non-Jewish blue things. Someone has cornered the hamantaschen market.
I didn't even know there was a hamantaschen market.
I know. Well, listen, we have checked every bakery, every grocery store in town, and all the shelves are filled with these blue monstrosities. It seems that there are no kosher-looking Jewish-style hamantaschen anywhere in Santa Barbara.
Even the hamantaschen in the social hall are blue-filled pork things that we can't obviously sell or give away to anyone.
You're right. We're reform, but not that reform.
And certainly, we can't celebrate Purim without normal hamantaschen.
No, of course not.
So what are we gonna do?
And don't tell us we're gonna sing another song.
What? Me sing? Now? Don't be silly. This isn't the time for a musical interlude. This is serious stuff. Obviously. Someone has changed the course of Jewish history.
Change the course of Jewish history?
Of course, isn't it obvious? Some evil, dastardly dude has devised a devious deed to prevent us Jews from celebrating our holiday.
A dastardly and devious dude.
No one panic! There's a simple solution to this. All we have to do is go back in time and find out who the evil culprit is, and then prevent him from doing whatever it is he did in order to return the course of history to its true and rightful timeline.
That's your simple solution? We'll just step back in time and make everything come out rosy?
Well,
It does sound just a wee bit out of the ordinary.
I don't know. I've been a member here for quite some time, and in my experience, anything is possible in a Purim Shpiel.
Yeah, but time travel?
Okay. All right, so let's just play along for the moment. Just suppose we were all somehow able to magically go back in time. How far back in time are we talking about here?
well, fortunately, that's not a big problem.
Of course not, for the cancer.
We only have to go back a few decades. I'm guessing to the late 1920s or 30s.
And you figured that out by examining this blue hamantaschen?
No. I just peeked ahead in the script, and there it was. Chicago, circa 1930.
Chicago.
1930?
Well, actually, it's in the town of Shushan, a suburb of Chicago.
Yet another little thing they never shared with us at rabbinical school.
Okay, I'll bite. How are we going to get there?
It's simple, really. This quarter is dated 1931. All we have to do is focus. Just let your mind go blank and concentrate on the quarter.
So you want us to stare at a
Just concentrate.
Okay, so the heart thing stopped. Does that mean we're done?
Yeah, because we look a little silly staring at this quarter.
Hold on. I think it worked. Can you feel it?
Feel what?
The music.
He can feel music?
What music?
That music. You see, it worked. We've transported ourselves back to the 1930s. Amazing, isn't it? Ye of the little faith.
My rabbi friends are never going to believe this.
All right, so now what?
Well, first we have to say a little thanks to our own Deborah Naish for her years of dedication and leadership as a congregant, a president, and lastly, but not leastly, executive director. Thanks, Deborah. We'll take it from here. And now, we have a lot to do. Elizabeth, why don't you buy us some time by doing the narrator bit? Suzy and I will get back to work setting the timeline straight and saving Purim for all future generations of Jews everywhere.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to KCBB's Purim Shpiel Showcase. This year's episode is entitled The Case of the Blue HAMANTASCHEN. Our story takes place in a shady township of Shushan, a suburban outcrop of the Windy City, Chicago, 1930, a time when crime bosses and underworld thugs ruled the streets, when corruption was just a way of doing business, and business was good. Our tale begins just as the mayor of Shushan, none other than Stevie the King Ahasuerus, and his first lady, the sultry seductress of State Street, Babes Vashti, are approaching City Hall. Let's listen in, shall we?
Look, my dear, this is wonderful. Look at all these smiling faces. Why, they even brought their little children. I so rarely see young children anymore.
Trust me, it's no big deal. You get used to it pretty quick.
Perhaps so. Still, I'm thoroughly impressed that they would all come out on this glorious Sunday morning to see me, their mayor, when elections are still months away.
Perhaps it's the food and games that they have planned after we leave.
Don't be silly. Oh, that's just a tiny bonus. Clearly, they've come to see the main attraction. Me, their beloved leader.
Perhaps that's true, but it's also the case that these folks are here to celebrate a holiday.
A holiday? I don't recall this being any holiday. Vashti, my dear, do you recall seeing any holiday celebrations on the calendar?
Well, now that you mention it, there was something about a Jewish holiday.
A Jewish holiday? Where did you read that? It wasn't on the public school calendar.
No surprise there.
I read it in the CBB newsletter.
Ah, yes, of course. What exactly is CBB?
It stands for Congregation B'nai B'rith. You're actually in their synagogue right now.
You mean all these people are Jewish?
No kidding. Really?
Of course, Your Honor. I believe that these people have gathered here to celebrate the holiday of Purim.
I see. Purim?
It's pronounced Purim.
Purim?
Close enough.
Now. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. They are here and we are here, and they do seem happy to see us. Isn't that all that matters?
I suppose you are right, my dear.
Just then, there was a knock at the door. Or perhaps the sound of a doorbell. And who else should enter but the mayor's chief advisor, the downright devilish dude from downtown Goleta, Haman. And his able-bodied assistant.
Haman, my loyal nudnik. Please come in. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. Do your mayorship. Nice crown.
Thank you. Do you like it? I got it online. RoyalApparel.com.
Yeah, well, you don't see a lot of mayors wearing crowns, you know?
That's because it's Purim, and Purim has to have a king. A mayor, or at least a dude wearing a crown. It's part of the tradition.
What's Purim?
Let's not do that again. Look, he's got a crown. It's no big deal, okay?
Okay. We got a feisty one here, huh?
Indeed, I do. And who's your friend here?
I'm Louis, the snake bone crusher Lebowski. But my friends call me Shorty.
Shorty, how appropriate.
Yeah, you see, Shorty here makes sure that, you know, all of your mayors, you know, rules and regulations are followed, like, you know, to the letter, you know?
To the letter.
I see, and what's with the violin case?
Oh, that, well, you see, Shorty is kind of like a musician. Yeah.
Yeah, I make people sing. Sing real loud, you know?
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, but are these people really working for us? It's a challenge enough to get folks to attend temple programming without the likes of these two haunting the premises.
Now. Don't worry yourself so much. I'm sure they're only here on official Shushan business. This will only take a few minutes. So, Haman, for what do we owe the displeasure of your company?
Well, you see, it's come to our attention that not all of the food and, you know, bakery-type establishments in town are adhering to our rather gentle and kindly request that they make some shelf space for, you know, our new improved pastry. Show 'em, Shorty.
Yeah.
I've never seen a hamantaschen quite like this before. It's blue.
Yeah. We have what you might call a ingredients that we put in all of our product. It's, it's
irresistible.
That's it, it's irresistible, yeah.
It looks kind of weird to me.
Trust me, a couple of bites of this here product and you'll be coming back for more.
Okay, so I still don't understand. What do you need from me?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because it seems here that some of them Jewish establishments are refusing to make room for our baked goods. And that don't seem right to us.
That don't seem right at all.
And you think these things will actually sell and make a profit for the city?
Oh, yeah, they'll sell all right.
Yeah. You see, what we need from you here is kind of like an executive order, from the mayor, making our Blue Beauties here the official pastry of Shushan. Then everyone's gonna have to put our product on the shelves. And that means we, of course I mean you and maybe the city, will be rolling in dough. Get it? It's a pastry, rolling in dough.
How clever.
But Jewish bakeries will never be willing to sell pork-filled pastries, no matter what magic ingredient you put in them.
Hey, that's not our problem, If they don't want to sell a product, they're just gonna have to pack up and leave town. So, we can kiss them and their Purim holiday goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I don't know. That seems kind of cruel and calculating.
Why, thank you.
This might just be a way of financing my next campaign. You're sure this is a real moneymaker?
Absolutely.
Okay, then so be it. Consider it ordered. A fait accompli. A done deal. A home run.
Yes, dear. We get it.
Well, thank you, your nobleness. You won't regret it. Come on, Shorty, we got some business to do.
Well, that was different. Now what?
Well, I don't know. We have all these people here, so I suppose we probably ought to try and entertain them.
I knew it.
Knew what, my dear?
Don't dear me. I've only been on stage for one scene, and you're already up to your little tricks. But it won't work this time, because I know what you're up to.
Well, that's good. So perhaps you could fill me in, because...
Don't play dumb with me. You finagled this whole situation just to embarrass me by ordering me to dance.
Did she just say dance?
I didn't even know she could dance.
I didn't even know she could dance. Do you think I'm that naive? I've seen this act before. You were going to try and force me to entertain these folks by dancing for them.
Really? Now that would be cool.
But...
Don't give me any buts. It's all in the story of Purim.
There's that Purim thing again.
It's the same thing every year. Ahasuerus, that's you, tells Vashti, that's me, to dance for his royal subjects.
I do? I did? I'm so confused.
And to add further insult to injury, you order me to do so wearing nothing but my birthday suit.
Now that would be really cool. I mean, how horrible of him to suggest such a thing.
But I didn't suggest anything.
Don't speak. Just leave me here in my misery. My shame. Go now and let me linger a moment to compose myself and perhaps sing a song.
You're gonna sing a song.
Go now, go. Leave me be.
You won't dance, but you want to sing a song. I must read up on this Purim thing, because this is very odd. Very, very odd. Very odd.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Are you kidding? I wouldn't have missed that for the world. Besides, this is no big deal. He's only a guy, and there are plenty of eligible guys in Shushan.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Of course I'm right. Sometimes a girl's gotta learn to just shake it off.
Shake it off, eh? That sounds suspiciously like a musical cue.
darn right. You go, girl.
Mordechai and his rabbinic associate, Suzy Sly Stone, have arrived in Shushan just in time to learn about the new city ordinance requiring all bakeries and delicatessens to sell Haman's devilish blue HAMANTASCHEN or face eviction by city authorities.
This is it. This is what we've been looking for.
Waiting for? We only just got here.
Well, the flow of time is a bit more complicated on Purim.
I'm beginning to see that. So what does it say?
It says that every place that sells food, stores, bakeries, restaurants, all of them have to replace normal HAMANTASCHEN with those blue things like we saw in Santa Barbara.
And if people don't comply?
It says violators will be evicted by state authority.
Then you must be right. This must be it. It has to be the key turning point in history that set us on a course of Jewish dietary disaster.
Now you're getting the hang of it.
Okay, so what do we do?
I have found that at crucial times in a Purim Shpiel, it is important to step back from the precipice and then try to clear one's mind of distractions before charging forward.
You're gonna sing another song, aren't you?
Of course. Now, if you'll just step aside for a moment, this won't take long at all. Down in Santa Barbara, all by the sea, a place up in the hills that they call CBB. People all coming here from miles around, celebrating Purim till the sun goes down. People passing by, they would stop and say, you should know how to celebrate a holiday. Go, 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 go. careful, one day I will be chanting from the beamer like a VIP, singing with the choir and leading the band. This job was even sweeter than what I had planned. But stop, hold the dresses cause the Purim's here. But stop playing Mordechai again this year. Go, 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 we go, go. Go, we go, go. Go, we go, go. Go, we go, go. I'm gonna be good. Dance break!
You guys, dance it out!
Well, I've been diligent since the 92. But boy, they told me what you gonna do. They've had me up in tights wearing weird-looking clothes. The song's crazy lyrics from God only knows. We're hired as professionals, so I thought. There were poems here with reputations of shot. Go, go! Go, we go, go! Go, we go, go! Go, we go, go! Go, we go, go! I'm gonna be good.
Contractually required solo out of the way, we can move along with the story. After all, we haven't even got to introduce you to the primary star of the show, the heroine of our Purim tale, the one and only Esther!
Did I hear someone say, Esther?
That was the narrator. You're not supposed to be able to hear that. She's only really talking to the audience.
Really? Because I could have sworn I heard her refer to my great-grandniece, whose name happens to be Esther.
You mean you actually had a relative named Esther who lived in Chicago in the 30s?
Absolutely, and all we have to do to get a hold of her is to get a hold of her, convince her to win over Achashverosh, convince him to repeal his executive order, then get rid of this Haman fellow, and thereby restore the timeline and bring the story to its glorious conclusion.
Just like that, eh? What are you doing?
I'm gonna give her a call right now.
They didn't have cell phones in the 1930s, Meister.
Yes, of course. I know. If we would just stare at this coin.
Mercifully, at just that moment, the doorbell rang. Or perhaps it was a knock at the door.
Who could that be? Nobody even knows we're here.
Why? It's Esther, my great-grandniece. Hello, Esther. How are you?
I know you. Trust me, it's a long story and it's going to be a little bit hard to believe.
Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. I am Mordechai, your long-lost uncle, and my colleague here, Rabbi Ms. Stone, and I have traveled a long way to find you.
You wouldn't believe how long of a way. To find me?
Yes, you. We traveled back in time from 2015, especially to find you.
Oh, I see. It must be Purim again. Would you like some tea or coffee?
She's taking this pretty well.
I can offer you a hamantasch. I'm afraid these are my very last batch. With the city's new ordinance in place, I won't be baking these any longer. All of us Jewish bakers have been pushed out by that evil city administrator, Haman. It's very sad.
Well, that's precisely why we've come all this way to talk with you. You see, it's up to you, Esther, to turn the tide of history and save all the Jewish bakeries in Shushan and beyond.
Me? You must have found the wrong Esther. I'm just a poor businesswoman trying to keep my kosher bakery afloat.
No, you're the one. Without you, there may come a time when there are no kosher eateries or bakeries anywhere in town. And what kind of place would that be?
A lot like Santa Barbara, I'm afraid.
What can I do? Everybody knows you can't fight City Hall.
We don't want you to fight City Hall. We want you to join it.
Join it?
So Sly and the Spade explained to Esther the critical importance of getting to Ahasuerus and turning the tide against the evil that Haman was reaping on the Jews of Shushan.
But how am I going to get the mayor to listen to me? I'm no one. And he is an important elected public figure.
It's a very good question. How is she going to get Ahasuerus to listen to her?
Not to worry. I have here a secret ingredient of my own. It's called Tzaddik portion number 9. Tell him, Elizabeth.
That's right, Mordechai. Tzaddik potion number 9. Just a few drops of this wonderful elixir will instantly transform you into an active dues-paying member of CBB for as much as 90 days. But wait. Call the temple office in the next 3 minutes and we'll double your order. That's right. Enough for you, your entire family, and even your non-observant neighbors next door. Note that this product has not yet been approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Side effects may include heartburn, headache, constipation, an exaggerated sense of self-importance, and a tendency to gossip about fellow congregants. Be a better Jew today with Tzaddik Potion number 9. Available now at our Sisterhood Temple gift shop.
Okay. Here we go. Now to do it. Now all you have to do is get Ahasuerus to taste one of these goodies. Everything will fall into place.
You realize, of course, that none of this is actually described in the Book of Esther.
Hey, I don't write this stuff. I just play along and try to get through it without completely destroying my self-esteem.
That's good advice.
Excuse me, but can we please return to the Purim Shpiel now?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, my bad.
As I was saying, are you too crazy? You actually think that a taste of one of these HAMANTASCHEN is now somehow magically going to make Ahasuerus see the evil of Haman's ways and rescind his decree?
That's exactly what we're saying. But don't worry, this will all work out. It always does. Every year we face the same evil dilemma. And every year you, Esther, the queen of Purim, come through and save the day. You just have to believe in yourself. Think positive thoughts and sing this song with us.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
He wants to sing a song?
Yep, when it comes to music, he's an unstoppable entity.
To scheme an improbable scheme, to fight a most dastardly foe,
To stand against David's injustice,
and then be the star of the show.
Shpiel will conclude and be done, so that we may all rest.
And the shul will be better for this.
As I stood and I answered the call,
And toil with the last ounce of courage, and wait, HAMANTASCHEN,
I'll give him this much. He sure can sing.
Okay, let's get to work.
And so, the three heroes of our story set off to meet with the Hashgarosh in a brave attempt to right that unrightable wrong, to fight that unfightable foe, and to finally bring the Shpiel to a close so that we can all have lunch. Meanwhile, back at City Hall.
Look, they're still here. They obviously love their mayor.
That, and perhaps the fact that the food booths and games aren't open yet.
Nonsense. It's obvious. They just can't get enough of moi.
Excuse me for like interrupting your love fest here, but I thought it might be a good time to like update you on the state of our new city pastry.
Yes, of course. How are those blue triangle things selling these days?
Oh, they're doing great. They've been flying off the shelves almost faster than we can synthesize them. I mean, bake them.
Well, that's good news indeed.
Just then there was, well, the sound of, I'm not quite sure, it'd either be a doorbell or a knock at the door. Or perhaps a buzzer. Announcing the presence of visitors at the front door.
Who could that be? I don't recall seeing the names of any guests or donors on my official calendar.
No, I don't see anyone listed here. Shall I usher them in?
Yes, of course. Let's see what surprises we have in store. Welcome to the inner sanctum of City Hall.
Look, he's wearing a crown.
Yeah, I see. I guess if you stick around here as rabbi for 10 years, you earn the right to wear a crown.
I'll keep that in mind.
Good morning, your mayorship. Thank you for seeing us on such short notice.
Or no notice at all.
Ah, I can tell by your warm and caring nature that you must be a Haman.
You got that right. This here is my right-hand man, Shorty. Say hi, Shorty.
Hi, Shorty.
I'm Mark the Spade Mordechai, and here is my esteemed colleague and rabbinical Suzy Sly Stone. And of course, let me introduce you to the one lovely, talented baker extraordinaire, none other than the one and only queen of Golida herself, Esther.
Does she have no last name? She's just Esther?
The one and only.
I see. And what have you got there?
These are samples of my HAMANTASCHEN baked by my own little hands, specially for you.
Hey, I thought these things were no longer available in Shushan. The boss and I have been working real hard to make sure only our own city-certified Blue Devils are on the shelves.
Shorty's right. You know, these things are not supposed to be available anywhere, especially City Hall.
Well, Your Honor, miss, that's precisely why we've come. We think it would be unfair to deprive the honest, dues-paying citizens and voters of Shushan of such fabulous Esther-made delicacies.
That's right. There's no harm in just trying one and deciding for yourself.
They sure do look good.
Mr. Mayor, I protest. This is like civil disobedience here.
Now, Haman, don't get your britches twisted in a quandary. One little bite isn't going to be earth-shattering. It's not like we're going to change the course of Jewish history or anything.
This magic moment.
Wow! I've never tasted anything like this before. These are good. Here, Rachel, you have to try one of these. These are remarkable, Esther. Your prowess in the kitchen is unsurpassed. You shall forever be a member of my inner circle, my chief advisor, and the official baker of Shushan.
What? I'm the official baker of Shushan. This is preposterous. Mr. Mayor, have you forgotten? If we don't act decisively, these Jewish bakers are going to take control of like the Hamantaschen market and leave us all with bookies.
Yes. What's bukis?
It's French. It means Cornish. You know, but they'll leave us with nothing. They're going to leave us with bankruptcy, with despair, and perhaps a little bit lower cholesterol.
That don't sound too good.
That's not too good at all. It's terrible. It's my wine, yeah. It's terrible. Your Honor, Miss, I apologize, but I implore you, you can't let this here thing happen. You can't let that dame pull the wool over your eyes.
Why, that's silly. I'm not even wearing a sweater.
And I'm no dame.
Okay, so you're a little princess. But that don't change a thing. Look here, the law is the law. We have to get rid of all of them Jewish bakeries in town because they don't got no respect for me. They got no respect for Shorty. They got no respect for you, Your Honorlessness. Yeah, I tell you. It makes me so upset that I can feel a song coming on.
You see, I'm not the only one who has a song problem.
Who does she think she is? That dame is tangled with the wrong villain. No one says no to Haman.
Yeah, you're darn right.
Yeah. Rejected. Publicly humiliated. By this Purim thing's a real drag.
A pain.
That's right. This is bad. I'm depressed.
No, you never. Haman, you've got to pull yourself together. Gosh, it deserves me to see you, Haman. Looking so down in the dumps. Everyone here loves to see you, Haman, especially when you're on your rump. But no one in town can conspire like you, and you're central to the Purim Shpiel. There ain't no one here quite as wicked as you, and it's that gives you your appeal. No one slick as Haman.
No one's sick as Haman.
No one's head is incredibly thick as Haman.
A teacher, a prophet, a scholar.
Perfect, a pure paragon.
But I'll bet you my last bottom dollar, when the poo hits the fan, he's the first to be gone. No one wins like Haman. No one wins like Haman.
No one's ever as guilty as Haman.
There's a villain, well, yes, I'm intimidating.
Oh, what a guy that Haman! Give 5 hurrahs, give 12 ice wheels.
Haman is the
saw feet as a man.
For there's no one as twisted and evil.
Yes, it's true, I've no conscience at all. Be my prey on the weak and the feeble.
That's fine, 'cause every last inch of me's Neanderthal.
No one hits like a man, matches wits like a man.
In a spinning match, nobody spits like Haman.
I'm particularly good at inspectorating.
10 points for a man.
When I was a lad, both my parents were had me sleep in a windowless vault. But now that I'm grown, I'm a wee bit disturbed. But you see, it's not really my fault.
No one lies like a man, no one spies like a man.
No one's adding rich stuff to his pies like a man.
I put pork in all of my HAMANTASCHEN.
Say it again.
Who's a crook among men?
And then say it once more.
Who's that villain next door?
Who's that evil success? Don't you know? Can't you guess? That's his fools or the Jews of Shushan. There's just one man in town who's got all of it down.
And his name's H-A-M-O.
Well, now that everyone has had a chance to sing yet again, it's time to bring the Shpiel to its predestined climactic conclusion.
Well, I have to admit that did make me feel better.
Of course, music always makes you feel better.
Okay. Well, I, for one, have heard enough singing for one morning. It's time for me to make some important decisions here. Haman, I'll give you one more chance to make your case.
All right, as I've already implored you, the Jews of Shushan have blatantly ignored our city ordinance to replace all of them HAMANTASCHEN with our own official Trayfield Blue Beauties. There should be no exceptions to the rule, even for this little princess over there.
I don't understand. What has any of this to do with Esther here?
I believe I can explain, your mayorship. You see, I'm not just any little princess. I am a Jewish princess.
That ain't good, is it, boss?
That ain't good at all.
You mean you are one of them?
Them, us, what's the difference? We're basically all the same. Here, why don't you have another HAMANTASCHEN?
You know, Haman, these sure are good. You should try one.
I guess there's no harm in one little bite.
George, what are you doing? What are you doing? I got source now.
Well, it would seem now that you are quite outnumbered. But this is a democracy, is it not? And I have a responsibility to pay attention to my flock. So, I shall let the people of Shushan decide. My dear friends, by the sound of your voice, shall I allow Esther and the Jews of Shushan to continue their celebration of this holiday you call Purim? And shall I then dismiss Haman from his official post and banish him from the kingdom forever?
This is outrageous.
I'm so sorry, but I see the people have spoken.
Yeah.
Bye.
And so, another year
We have a few very important thank yous to express. First of all, Melodie Lee, there, our